Hey everyone, so we've got another Lick Friday coming up in just a second. So what are we on? Week 3, 4, 6? I think it is. Could be. Anyway, so week 3, 4, 6, let's say it is. We have a kind of slow blues jamming track, but the lick we're playing over it today has got like an arpeggio feel to it, using the 4th shape of the pentatonics, but saying that, you can use the 4th shape of the pentatonics, but it uses the 4th shape, there you go, of the A G minor 7 arpeggios. So I'll go through that when we do the breakdown. But for those that are interested, please do subscribe, like, hit that bell button, share it on all your social media because it does help, especially that bell button, that really does. And just push this channel along for me and help me with that because these videos are free for you as well. So there we go. Right, enough of that stuff. Let's get on with the lick. It's really warm in this shed, by the way. I am sweltering. But there you go. That's nothing to do with the lick, is it? Nope. See you in a minute. Right, there we are. So that was it. So despite the heat, we're going to get this done together with the breakdown coming up in just a sec. But the backing track that you are going to be playing over is at the end of the video for you guys to jam over, and also I think it was a video on YouTube, so you can find that on the Blues and Rock Jamming Tracks playlist, which I've got up there, along with all the other Lick Fridays. So that's 345 of those to go through. Quite a lot. Yeah, I know. So anyway, let's just break it down just a tad. So in a sense, we're using that natural minor, not natural minor, so the G minor 7 arpeggio. Is so hot I can't think. Just to give you an idea, it's 27.9 degrees in here. Look, let me show you. Oh, 28. There you go. So it's going up quite rapidly. Yeah, so it's warm. But anyway, we're using the minor 7 arpeggio in G, so which uses the, basically you've got, sorry, we've got that going on, and we're using everything but the 6th string. So it's basically a G pentatonic, but without the F notes. Sorry, no, not the F notes, without the C notes. Got there in the end. So the pentatonic would contain the C notes, so basically we're just dropping out that C. There we go. Right, anyway, enough of that today. I've got it's too hot to talk, so I'm going to get on with the breakdown coming up right away. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell button, all that sort of stuff as well. See you in a mo. Here I come. But hey, right, so it is fairly simple and straightforward in the sense of, as I showed you in that little brief introduction to it, we're using the natural minor, no we're not, for God's sake, keep saying that. We're using the G minor 7 arpeggio, there we go, got it right. So, now it's really nice to play. This is probably one of my favourite arpeggios to use, and one that I would use quite a lot as well. You'll notice this in my playing, especially that area there. So, alright, so shape 4 of the pentatonics would sound like this, and that's in the key of G, your root note just there. So that goes 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 12, 10, 12, 11, 13, 10, 13, and the arpeggio is 10, 13, 10, 13, 12, 10, 12, 11, 10, 13. So you missed out the 10th fret on the D string and the 13th fret on that 2nd string. So they're the only 2 notes, the only 2 frets that you're missing out from that G minor 7 arpeggio, or sorry, from the G minor pentatonic, which then makes it the minor 7 arpeggio. Right, so the breakdown, we're following the pattern all the way through to that note there, so you're coming back on yourself slightly. So that's 10, hammer on to 13, A string, going to the D string, 12th fret, remember we're not using that 10th fret there. So 12th fret D string, going to the 10th fret on the 3rd string, the G, hammering onto the 12, and then back to the 12th fret on the D. And then you're going back to the 10 hammer on the 3rd string, and then it's the 11 on the 2nd, 10 on the 1st. So, okay, try that slow. You can economy pick it, you can alternate pick it, and you can lose those hammer-ons if you're not comfortable with those, but that's down to you. So once you've gone to that D note just there, we've got that section. So playing that 10, and then you're coming down to that 10th fret. So that's basically 13 on the 2nd string. You can pull off or pick to the 11 on the same string. But to get the dynamic of the riff, if you slide from the 11 to the 10, so that will be great. So, and that's your next part, which is basically 12 on the 3rd string. I don't know what finger I would use. Probably that's what I did. So 12 was with a 3rd finger, and then the 2nd finger comes into fret 11 on the 2nd string, and then sliding that up to the 13. So and then you're back to the same string again, but back to the 11, 10, 11, and then it does that. So which is the 10 on the 2nd, and then a 12, 10, 12. So that's the 3rd string for the 12, 10, and then the 12, not 12, 10, 10, but 12, 10, 12 on that 4th string. So slowly, got there eventually. It's really warm, so it's gone up to 29.3 in here now. It's quite hot. 29.4. It changed just as I spoke. Anyway, this is it slow. There you go, back to me. At the end, you done it. You are. We're here in the sweltering heat. Please do subscribe, like, share, hit that bell button, and get it on all your social media. Share it with all your guitaring buddies. Put it on those guitar forums, especially the ones for Les Pauls, because I'm using a Les Paul. And don't forget that jamming track is coming up in just a second. But please do remember to practice clean, clear and slow. I was trying to think of another C word for that, but well, it was coming through. Anyway, there we go. I'll bid you farewell, and I'll see you next week for 347. Yeah, nice. See you later.